Welcome to your daily focus, June the 5th, 2019. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Sun in Gemini, the Moon is in Cancer. For numerology, the energy is a 5 energy today. So the adventure. So where do we ground ourselves so much that we don't take part in the adventure that we want to have in our life? Where do we stay safe, secure, and we don't get out of our comfort zone enough to go on the adventures, the journeys, step into the relationships, the career, the group of people, the environments that we want in our life? Look at this. We start with the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is one we're kind of here, and we're here. We're here at this point A. Okay. We get off of our stallion, we get off of our horse, and we bend down on one knee. We look up into the heavens. And the first thing that we need to give thanks for is that we are here, that we have this moment in time. We give thanks that we've made it to here. We give thanks for everything that we have, I heard, endured in our lives. So maybe some of the struggles, the chaos, the sorrows, the sadness, but also the joys and the happiness. Everything has molded us into the person we are today, which allows us to be in this present moment in time. And we also want to ask for a straight path forward. Clarity, understanding, knowledge, opportunity, love on our path forward. So if anything, today is definitely a day to give up gratitude for what we have. So you can wake up in the morning and say, thank you for today. You can go to bed at night giving thanks for something in your life. And if you're having a hard time with that, get a piece of paper and a pen and write down one thing that you are grateful for. One thing. And it could be that you've got a pillow to put your head on tonight. Say it aloud and go to sleep. The next night, write a second thing you are grateful for. Read both aloud and go to sleep. And you can kind of see where this is going. In a couple of weeks' time, you have a page of things that you are grateful for. Excuse me. It just won't go away. I got that little cough left. So what happens is we start to see the immense beauty that is already present in our life, maybe present within us. It raises our energy, it raises our vibration, it raises our sense of happiness. There's a scientific study out there, and research what I tell you. Don't just take my word for it. Please don't. Research it. Find out for yourself. They did a study, and they took people and they asked them, at ages 8, 9, and 10, and 11, how happy they were. And they rated it somehow. And they followed these people through life. And towards the end of their life, they asked them again about their happiness, about their joy in life. And even though we want to raise our abundance, raise our happiness, raise our joy to, 110% in our lives, we only really master about a 10% spike. And so one of the things is exercise. I think that was number one, was exercise. Get out there and start walking every day or being active in some way. So find something that you like, whether it's swimming or volleyball or just walking or running or biking or climbing. The second one was watching our diet and making sure that what we are putting into our bodies is actually fueling us for our tomorrow. We're not just eating saturated fats and breads, but we have a balanced diet. And the third thing was gratitude. People who gave gratitude up on a daily basis and was thankful for the things that they already had present in their life, the people they had present in their life, their gifts and talents that they have within themselves. When they started a gratitude practice, their gratitude increased by 20, 30, 40%. So if you want to find happiness, if you want to have joy in your life, starting with that one sentence tonight can bring that in slowly but surely. And, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Tell me in a couple of weeks how you're feeling about where you're at. Our next card, oh, look at this. We have the Empress. Been so much of the 3 energy, and here's the Empress, the third card of the deck. Now, the Empress is one of our highest intuitives in the deck. She is also one of our highest diplomats in the deck. She is usually pictured sitting down very regal and very confident and very self-assured. She's usually in nature. There's usually water around her in most decks. She's usually pregnant, so a beautiful sign of fertility. We are in new moon energy, so this is definitely a card that talks about new growth opportunities, birth, rebirth, transformation, new ideas, creativity. And our third card for today is the Star, so strong energy comes out here. This is making the impossible possible. So we start with gratitude. We start with gratitude for what we've gone through, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we ask for protection and safety, a straight path forward. We have the Empress there to talk about, or to talk to us about stepping into new opportunities, believing in our dreams, the possibilities of our tomorrow. And then we have, for the final card, the Star, and making the impossible possible by believing and expecting. The Empress, very much like the Emperor, when she makes a plan, she doesn't hope and wish and dream that it's going to happen. She knows it's going to happen. Her expectation is it's going to be at least as good as she sees it or better than what she sees it. She knows. She has a belief in her own truth, in her own abilities. And so we too can tap into that today. We can make the plans for our tomorrow. We can step into new opportunities. Remember, we have a 5 energy. So it is about, it could be traveling in our minds. It could be traveling to a spot and all of a sudden you get this aha moment, this clarity, this understanding of how you can do what you've always wanted to do. Where you are exactly right at this very moment. What the first step will be. So when you are meditating today, when you are praying today, when you are sitting there in contemplation today, those aha moments can come in. But only if you are in the right frame of mind. So be grateful for, if you're walking down a path, be grateful for the trees and the flowers and the stones that you are walking on. Or maybe you're walking by a beach. Be thankful for the water and the sun and the sand in your toes. Be grateful for the little things. And when you start to shift into a state of gratitude, and now mix it with the Empress's energy of what we want to have happen in our life, our straight path that we want to have forward, the abundance, the joy, the beauty, the love that we want forward. We start to tap into a plan. And it could be very vague, but know it's there and know it's something that you can work on and mold. Because the Star is here to tell you that you can make the impossible possible. Let's see what our Nature's Whispers has to say on all of this. So strong energy today. Beautiful strength today, if we decide to tap into it. Excuse me. It's getting better. I am taking care of myself. Could use a little bit more sleep, but couldn't we all? Be true to your heart, 26. Be true to your heart. Be true to yourself. Be true to your heart. You know the Empress would be. The Empress is very true to her heart. Be true to your heart. In this moment, draw on the energies of harmony and union when making a choice. The current situation is best supported using intuition and not intellect. There may be difficult decisions to be made that are not necessarily about love. Consciously be aware of what interests you, what attracts your attention, what stirs your imagination and creates passion in your life. Do your best to ignore the persuasion of what others might think or say. Trust yourself and don't allow your opinion to be swayed. So very much the Empress energy comes through to be true to our heart, to follow our dreams, our passions. And yes, today could be more of an intuitive day than an intellectual day for us. So follow your emotion, the positive emotion, the one that was brought on by your gratitude, your joy, your love. And we'll get an animal here. Deep rest. Our little mouse is back. Our little mouse has been gone for quite some time. But our mouse joins us today. Lazy sleep, rest, and meditate. Rest is not idleness, and to lie sometimes on the grass, under the tree on a summer's day, listening to the murmur of water, or watching the clouds float across the sky is by no means a waste of time. Mouse says it's time for you to make time for laziness. You don't have to constantly be on the go. Is how we get burnt out. Spend a little time each day or week doing something you enjoy that is completely frivolous and fun. It could be just an afternoon laying in the hammock, reading a book, watching your favorite old movie, or playing with the kids. This is a time to restore your spirit. Sometimes rest doesn't necessarily have to be sleeping, but just quieting your mind. Take some time grounding yourself by taking a yoga class, gardening, fishing, spending time in nature. Spend at least 10 minutes a day meditating and just being in the moment. You don't have to physically be at your happy place to go to your happy place. It can simply be within your mind. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. And so this is asking us to, yes, we want to be busy in our lives. We want to address the things that need to be addressed right now to move forward in our life. But we also need time to let in joy and happiness and giggles and laughter, enjoyment. So make sure that you are balancing. If you feel out of balance at some point today, chances are you're doing too much work or too much play. And chances are it's too much work. Or maybe it's just too much worry. Too much stress. By taking some time out, enjoying yourself in whichever way that you want is by no means frivolous. It's necessary. It's in those moments sometimes when we get that aha moment, that epiphany, that new way forward, that way through the doorway or over the hurdle or over the mountaintop or tearing down the wall that we didn't see before because we were too busy doing everything. So today is definitely a day of gratitude, absolutely. Getting out in nature, absolutely. Taking some time for ourselves. And yet, looking towards our tomorrow. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.